Police. So officers attempted to contact the man who was driving that vehicle at his place of residence, which is in the 3600 block of Oxford Way. When they made contact with him, he was visibly armed and he retreated into the house. A negotiation team responded and attempted to make contact with the suspect, but they were unable to do so. Tactical officers ultimately breached the door of the home, and the suspect inside fired shots at the officers. One officer did return fire, striking the suspect. He has been taken to the hospital in critical condition. Schools in the area were put on lockdown as a precaution during this incident, but that lockdown has now been lifted. This results in an officer-involved critical incident, so the Salt Lake County Officer-Involved Critical Incident Protocol team has responded to the scene and they'll conduct the investigation.
And do you guys have the identity of the men? Are you guys releasing that information?
We don't have that information quite yet.
Any officers injured?
No officers injured.
And how many shots were fired?
I don't know how many shots were fired, but we, at this point, believe that one officer returned fire at the suspect.
And was there anyone else inside that home?
No, there was not.
Is that his residence?
We believe so, yes.
And you said that the lockdowns have been lifted?
That's correct. The lockdowns were implemented as a precaution that included Granger High School, Westlake, and Pioneer Elementary. That was a precautionary measure. We have notified the Granite School District that the situation is now safe and that the lockdowns may be lifted, and we understand that they've been lifted at this time.
What time did officers arrive here this morning?
I don't have that exact time on me. I'll have to get that for you.
Talk to us a little bit about the process with the SWAT team and entering the house and going after this suspect.
Yeah, so as is always our goal, we aim for a situation like this to end peacefully. Officers called out the SWAT team. They came out and worked to try to negotiate with the man, tried a number of methods to make contact with him, spent a significant amount of time conducting call-outs, trying to encourage him to come out of the house on his own. Only when all of those were unsuccessful, all of those attempts were unsuccessful, the decision was made to go ahead and breach the door of the home.
Was tear gas used in the home?
I'm not sure. You may have heard a number of bangs and pops. Not all of that would have been gunfire. I know that flashbangs were used and that sort of thing, so I don't know exactly how many were shots and how many were flashbangs and that sort of thing.
There's still a lot going on behind you. Can you talk about what's currently going on?
Right, so this is an officer-involved critical incident because an officer fired his weapon. So what happens now is the Salt Lake County Protocol team, this one is headed up by West Jordan Police Department. They come out and they conduct the investigation into that. The protocol teams were established to ensure an impartial investigation to any kind of an officer-involved critical incident. So this team will conduct the investigation into that. As such, we are not really privy to the details of what happened. We don't talk to our own officer about it. That's the investigation is conducted by that protocol team. So the investigators from that protocol team will gather the evidence as far as the officer-involved critical incident is concerned, and they'll put together the investigation and all of that evidence regarding that critical incident.
Were residents, I know you said the school is on lockdown nearby, but were residents told to stay in their homes?
Yes. A reverse 911 call was made and residents were asked to shelter in place.
Has that been lifted?
Yes.
Was there any other agencies that helped out with any of this at all?
I'm not sure at this point. No, it doesn't sound like there were. Sorry.
And how long are you guys are they staying out here? Do you know?
I don't have a timeline on that. Basically, they'll work through to gather whatever evidence they need. They, of course, want to be very thorough. They want to make sure that they gather everything that's needed. And at that point, the area will be returned back to its normal status.
Are you able to talk more about that minor traffic incident that kind of initially?
As far as I understand, it was a very minor incident, literally just kind of two cars barely bumping into each other. And when they pulled off to the side of the road or wherever they pulled off to presumably exchange information, that's when the female driver of the one vehicle noticed that the male driver, who's the suspect in our case, was pointing a firearm at her.
Seems like there's been a lot of road rage incidents that? Like, just what's your advice for our drivers?
I think the best that we can do in these sorts of incidents is to use our common sense. And this woman did exactly the right thing. She got the license plate number from this vehicle and she reported it to police. It's not worth a confrontation if it seems that this is going to escalate. So just get the information that you can, report it to police, and let police handle it.
Anything else we're missing?
No, I think that's it. Any further information such as the suspect's updated condition, the suspect's identity, those sorts of things, I'll provide via X.
Where the car incident happened? This street?
No, so the vehicle accident happened at 3450 West, 3500 South.
Why we landed here? What happened?
We're here because this is the suspect's residence, and officers using the license plate number that the woman who is at the other driver was able to provide tracked the man to this residence, which is his home. Okay. Yeah, no worries, no worries. We'll do it.